Vegas, Boys for Life Tour. This is your number before you go. Let's get into it. You guys are going to be at the Michelob Ultra Arena on Saturday, March 21st. Capacity of this venue is 12,000 attendees, not including floor seaters. Let's get into where this venue is located. It's at the back, which is the west side of the Mandalay Bay property, near the convention center area, adjacent to the Mandalay Bay Delano parking garage. Okay, I'm going to include a map, which kind of shows you where it is, only because if you have not been to this venue before, it might be a little difficult to locate. Doors are going to open at 7 and show is going to start at 8, and they are on time. Box office is going to open at 4 p.m. Bags. No bags will be permitted into the venue except for small purses, which can be no bigger than 12 by 12 by 6. 12 by 12 by 6 is your max. Backpacks of any size are not allowed. Okay, so there's no mention of your bag having to be clear. It can be colored, just no bigger than 12 by 12 by 6. They do not have any bag, coat check, any lockers. Okay, so anything that you bring that's not allowed, you're gonna have to take back to your car if you drove. If you Ubered or took a bus or a train, you're gonna have to find you a bush to stash it in. Okay, so please make sure that you bring things that are allowed so you don't run into that issue. Please remember to bring your IDs. If you want to buy alcohol or if you have tickets at the will call, you'll need your ID for either. Portable fans, portable chargers. Neither of them are specifically addressed, but I've never had a problem with either at an arena. I would say when it comes to a portable fan, try to keep it to a size where it can fit into your bag. And typically your portable chargers, they want them to be no bigger than your phone. Selfie sticks are a no, however. They are not allowed. If you have mace or pepper spray on your keychain, please remember to take that off. That is viewed as a weapon and will not be allowed into the venue. They do mention no masks, no chains, or studded belts or bracelets. Okay, let's get into the chains. We're talking about like the 6-inch or more chain. If you have a belt that is a chain, a lot of times they will let that in as long as you take it off when you're going through the metal detector. So if you have a belt, you might be okay. I would say maybe if your purses are made of long straps that are chains, you might want to maybe pick another bag. But just kind of clarifying what type of chains they are talking about. Okay. They're basically doing this because it could be used as a weapon. Okay. So think about it. If it is something that you would view or could use as a possible weapon, please leave it home. Umbrellas. No pointed tip umbrellas are allowed. Posters can be no bigger than 11 by 17. Okay. They have to be handheld, not on a stick, not on a pole, no vulgarities, no obscenities, and they typically cannot be blocking anybody's view. Okay. Now I say all of that while also including that it is at the venue's discretion and basically at security's discretion whether or not they'll let these posters in. The venue is cashless, so you want to buy merch, you want to buy food, please think tap to pay or bring your cards. The venue is smokeless, including the use of e-cigs and vapes, and it's strictly prohibited inside the arena. Cameras. Cameras with interchangeable or detachable lenses or external flash are prohibited. Audio-visual recording devices, including GoPro, Google Glasses, and spectacles, are prohibited. Drones, tripods, monopods, not allowed. Laptops, tablets, personal computers, or two-way radios are not allowed. Okay, so that was a long list. What is allowed? Point and shoot cameras, cameras on your phone, disposable cameras, or a Polaroid camera. Okay, all of those typically are not considered professional cameras. Okay, I get asked a lot about Canons. I've had some Canons, I've had some Kodak cameras that I've been asked about. I was asked about a Kodak Pix, something like that, just recently. And I'm going to say, if the camera does not have a detachable lens, and if it has a lens and it extends no further than about 3 inches at the max, then you should be fine. You should be fine. Okay. It may come with a detachable lens. Just don't bring the detachable lens. Okay. Leave that part at home. Outside food is not allowed. Now, I will mention what they mentioned. They say one drink poured into a plastic container, but no outside food is allowed. Okay. I'm just bringing you what they say. I will tell you the personal experience that I've had is anytime a lot of these venues say that drinks are allowed from outside, once you get to that door and you get to security, they say the opposite. So just want to put that out there. They are saying one drink poured into a plastic container. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if they're going to have a plastic container out there for you to pour your drink into. But if you decide to try this out, just know that I don't know how it's going to go. It may go good. It may go bad. Wheelchairs. They do have wheelchair escorts and accessible services available at this arena. They want you to ask any staff there if you need a wheelchair escort, as well as you can also make arrangements in advance if you'd like. If you've already purchased tickets, you can email mbarenaticketing@mgmresorts.com and let them know what your needs are. And it's not too late. Depending upon how soon or how late you see this TikTok, you may still have time. But if you do not do it in advance, you can always ask a staff member there for assistance. Parking can be handled one of two ways. You can always do self-parking the day of at the garages. They have the Mandalay Bay self-parking, the Delano self-parking, and the Mandalay Convention Center garage, which you can use. Just make sure that you bring cards because no cash is going to be accepted. They also have Park Mobile, but I will give the warning that it looks like everything is sold out through Park Mobile. Now, you could always keep checking back to see if something becomes available, but I will walk you through just in case you want to check back. Or if you want to try and find parking just not using their specific rates as well, and just at any other of the surrounding lots that are available. You can do this on Park Mobile's app or their website. You want to put in Michelob Ultra Arena in the search box and hit enter. From there, we'll bring up this map. From there, you will want to pick list in the top right-hand corner. It will then bring up the different arenas. We're going to pick the Michelob Ultra Arena, view all events, click on it. It will then pull up the Millennium Tour. We're going to pull up the Millennium Tour, and then it will show you another map. Sometimes it comes out as a map. Sometimes it automatically comes out as a list. I prefer the list, so I'm going to hit list in the top right-hand corner, and it will pull up all of the available lots. Now, as you can see, all of these are sold out. I'll click the details. Sold out, parking at this location is unavailable. Does that mean that it's going to be unavailable the day of? Not necessarily. Okay, so if you want to check back to see if anything becomes available at any of these lots, you can, but then you can also just look through at other available lots in that area and see if you can find anything that is available as well. That is an option. But this is parking for the Michelob Ultra Arena. If you're going to be using rideshare that night to get to the show, what I would put in as my destination point to get to the venue would either be the Mandalay Bay Convention Center or the Delano Garage, okay, because those two are going to give you the shortest walk to the venue. Weather for the evening. It is forecasted right now to be 54 degrees and partly cloudy, so a wonderful night for a show. Vegas, that is your number before you go. This show is basically sold out. So a good amount of people coming to a show, at least it's a Saturday night. It is not a work week, so that cuts out some traffic. But I would still plan accordingly because, as I stated earlier, they start on time. If you want to be in the venue to see everybody, you will need to plan accordingly. Please get your parking passes if you are going to drive. It's going to be so much easier if you purchase them in advance versus trying to purchase them there. That's just going to hold up a line. So if you get them in advance, not only does it make things quicker, but it's cheaper. Okay. Download those passes so that if you have to scan them to get into the garage or you have to show them to an attendant, you have them ready to go. That keeps parking moving. As well as your show tickets. Download them. If you're going to put it in your Apple Wallet, go ahead, put it in your Apple Wallet. If you're doing a Ticketmaster mobile wallet, put it there too. Keeps things moving. Patience. Patience will be needed. It's a lot of people. I feel like leaving these shows is always the worst. Okay. So pack your patience. Any questions, any comments, please leave them down below. I try my best to get back to them as quickly as I can and answer them. If you are attending this tour, but Vegas is not your city, and you are going to an upcoming city and you want to be in the know before you go, please feel free to give me a follow. I am covering this whole tour as well as many of the other hot and upcoming tours for the 2026 year. We have so many to go. So if you want to be in the know before you go so that you can enjoy the show, please give me a follow. Outside of that, Vegas, please be safe and enjoy the show, y'all. Bye.